Today's sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Today, it's Week 4, and we've got what should be a great one here between the New York Giants and the Los Angeles Rams. Couple of 2-1 teams set to square off, and we're underway here in NFL Week 4. Taken from about the 12. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Come on. Hey!
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Looking right side, and he's got him in. That's Barnes. A good pickup there, 21 yards. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes, just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you probably have to make some contested catches, right? Sometimes you have to go up and beat a defender for the football. He has that in his arsenal as well.
Showed it right there.
Ready?
Now the first carry for Cam Akers. And this one not going anywhere. They get him at the 44 for a gain of just a yard. And the Rams had 2-1 now to start the campaign. And they were looking good until last week's loss took them from the ranks of the unbeaten.
Yeah, I don't think anyone was expecting this team to push the 72 Dolphins, but still, you got to take a lot of positives from this first month. If they can bounce back and move to 3-1, they'll be pretty well set up for the remainder of the season to follow.
He finds his man, complete. It's Barnes. Touchdown, LA! The Charles, kind of the future of this franchise on display right there. You had a rookie throwing it, a rookie catching it, and taking it into the end zone.
Could you imagine if we were in the owner's box right now? We could look at the front office and see the grins on their faces to see the present, making plays, and knowing what the future will bring with these youngsters going out and making big-time moments happen for this team.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And this is going to be intercepted. It's Devin Bush, the linebacker, who picks it. And the Rams are going to take possession of the football. So they gave up the big play on the touchdown of the first drive, Charles, and now they were looking for a big play of their own. Instead, they throw the interception.
And Brandon, they came right out and went for it, trying to push the ball downfield. But remember, the other side ran a few plays before their big one, so they got a little impatient there, and it cost them.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. A little jet sweep to start the drive. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Well, they gave up a few yards there, but all in all, I think it's a pretty nice job defensively against the jet sweep. If they don't slow him up, he might take it to the house, so they'll take that play every time on the defensive side of the ball.
And he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run it, try and keep the defense honest.
I mean, or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down.
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too. Five
in the secondary now for the Giants here on 3rd. They'll try and run for this with Akers. And this is not going to be enough. Was in search of 2 yards and only got halfway there.
Well, they picked up a portion of it, but not all that they needed. Now that leads to a decision on 4th and 1. Let's see what they decide to do.
They'll come out in the pistol. On 4th down, here's the option. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration.
Let's go now.
Again, we'll see the pistol here. Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Rams have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead. An extra point by Gay is up and good. And it's now 14-0. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. Taken at the goal line. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
Textbook coverage right there. Played the ball, never lost sight of where it was headed, and stayed in perfect position to make a play on it. Able to keep the receiver and the quarterback in his sight lines.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now Jones. Open target here, Darius Slayton. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down.
And that's how you shake off the interception you threw on the opening drive, come back and throw another strike and gain nice yardage. And I give credit to two people on this one. The man throwing the ball and the person calling the plays. They're not shutting him down early in this game.
Throwing Jones. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked out and incomplete.
Partner, I came into this game eager to see how they would hold up in man coverage. And on that play, they held up quite well.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Back to throw again. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
Well, that was his first target of the game, and it's going to take at least one more target to get him on the board. Took a nice substantial hit to jar that catch loose from him. Incomplete pass.
Again, he'll drop to throw. This one complete to Mecole Hardman. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 40. 18 yards, a big pickup there on 3rd down.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They've needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Another pass complete to Bellinger. And the Giants are going to have a 1st and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal.
You know what the key to a good screen pass is, don't you?
But you're going to tell me good blocking?
Well, good blocking eventually. But first is good acting. You want to let the defenders go past you, leak out to whichever side or even in the middle where you want to set up the screen, and then you do your blocking.
A touchdown! Saquon Barkley, halfway to 100 now with career touchdown number 50. And the Giants have cut it back within a score. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And that'll make our score 14-7. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. A fairly short kick from the 14. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Well, this offense looks like they have a little extra pep in their step as they take the field here for drive number 3. Because remember, Charles, drives 1 and 2 both ended in the end zone.
Yeah, right now they've just got to be careful not to lean into overconfidence because every drive has a life of its own. But I like the way that they've started, the way that they're going about doing things right now. They've got a chance for that 3rd consecutive touchdown, and that would be a crushing blow to the defense.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. They'll toss this right side to Cam Akers. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. It's a Rams first down on a pickup of 10. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched him more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
Through one quarter, 14-7 our score.
14, Giants 7.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Going right back to Akers. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
Good yardage there on 1st down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making 1st downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
And the defense loses him. It's complete. Touchdown, LA. Russell Gage, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Rams go up by 2 touchdowns. And oh, it's wide right. No good.
And no good. Matt Gay picking off for Los Angeles.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've gotten pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, put the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
Jones throw into the hands here of Hardman. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
Here's Jones on 1st and 10. This pass into the hands of Bellinger. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the 1st down.
So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 47. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Jones, and that's going to be caught downfield by Slayton. And he's going to get this down inside the 5 before he's out of bounds. A big play there for the Giants. 44 yards. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well. They'll get a few stops.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Barkley going to be stopped before he can get moving forward as he'll lose a couple back to the 5-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
They run the jet sweep now for Tony. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up third down. That's the danger, Charles, of running plays like this for your wide receiver. They can hit big or they can be duds.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that, because if they're forced to try and go around defenders behind the line of scrimmage, sometimes you can give yardage in order to gain it. But in this case, they gave yardage and didn't get it back. What an excellent defensive stand there in the red zone. Nice tight coverage. They certainly recognized how important it was to bring up fourth down here.
Sly able to put this one through. And that cuts into the deficit. It's now 20-10. So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
Pulls it in at the 13. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments to prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a first down.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
They'll run on first down with Akers. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning it in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Second and 6. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he's got a first down as he's going to be taken down. But a very nice pickup there just in front of the 2-minute warning.
First and 10 at the 32-yard line.
They'll go with Akers here up the middle. The tackle there by the safety, Xavier McKinney.
No doubt about it. Really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Tyreek Hill, 31 yards. And his guy's now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. Gay is on for the point after. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. touchdown. Here's Gay to kick it away. Taking it about the 1. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Trying to lay one up deep. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Ramsey. And the Rams are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. And Charles, it seems like sometimes when you fall down early, there can be a tendency there to try and get it all back in one fell swoop. And that time, that thinking leads to an interception.
And I believe you brought up a really good point there, Brandon, because you're trying to force plays, right? You try and get all back in one shot, just as you mentioned there. And you know you're going to need some big plays to get back into the game. But ultimately, you really can't force what isn't there.
The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. They'll drop to throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Kayvon Thibodeau, he beat the O-line and recorded the sack. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Under pressure, they got him again. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. They'll set up to throw. And incomplete on the deep ball.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds.
At their own 28-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And with 8 seconds on the clock, really not a lot of time to try to put anything together. Try to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He's going to try and go deep again. And they get Jones for the 3rd time in this ball game. And the Rams are going to get the football back at their own 17. Well, Charles, so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something.
And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Giants set to get the football, and they trail here as we get back underway in the second half. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
Looking to throw again on second down. Jones, that ball caught by Slayton. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. 23 yards the pickup there.
First down, Giants.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw again. He's got Bellinger. And some room to run now. He's got room at the 30. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
A first down carry for Barkley. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
From the 17, Jones. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked. Roquan Smith able to record his 5th sack of the season. After that sack, 3rd and long. Tough spot for Jones and the Giants. That's caught left side by Hardman. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. And now before they run this play on 4th and 1, we're going to get a break and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. On 4th down, Jones. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And the Giants are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll try and run forward with Barkley. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley, his 3rd rushing touchdown of the year. And the Giants are able to cut into this lead as they score on the opening drive of the second half. The extra point by Sly is up and good. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. A fairly short kick from the 14. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
You could say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
On play action, they'll throw. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Leonard Williams, the former number 6 overall pick, got the sack that time.
So, Brandon, we sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
Boy, tough spot here as they approach the line of scrimmage. A long way to go to try to pick up this first down. And going deep for Hill. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
So from their own end zone here, this kicks away. Well, that'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. The last time out, they had to march almost the full length of the field for their touchdown. So here, much easier, Charles, with this better starting field position.
I love your sarcasm, but I love even more your observation because, look, what they did last time out, now with a shorter field, they should have a lot of confidence that they're going to put more points up on the board.
So the 14 yards actually takes them from 143 to the other for 1st and 10. Back to throw. Jones. That'll be caught. It's Toney. Touchdown, Giants. Kadarius Toney, 43 yards. And the Giants have got it back to within a score. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And the lead is down to a field goal. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. A fairly short kick from the 14. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30.
At their own 28-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Their lead down to a field goal now as they start with a 1st and 10. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
They suspected that there was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on 1st down.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll go again here with Akers. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
I'm getting a sense that the momentum of this game is changing since the break. Nice play there, and this D is fired up.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. He is going to find Hill here. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. That 3rd down conversion good for 23. Tough to imagine any team wanting to give a player like this up in a trade. I know they're happy to have him.
It is amazing, isn't it? But we have seen big-time guys change teams. Jimmy Graham, Brandon Marshall, and their new teams are really excited to have them because they provide big-time targets.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. Kayvon Thibodeau able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon. do it. Clock hits zeros. They're not going to get another playoff. Time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. He'll look to throw. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. And the Giants are going to take possession of the football. We're holding on to the lead at this stage in the second half. Those are the types of plays you really want to try and stay away from.
And when you're a rookie, keeping your focus is something that you still have to work on all the time because there's so many distractions around you between the crowd noise and your coaches and your teammates. But the other part, you've got to learn how to finish. The 2 F's for a rookie quarterback.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Jones. Throw right side, taken in by Bellinger. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players. Somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You get better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination. Guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes. Well, any caused incompletion is good for a defense. But when you add to it that you get a little hit on the quarterback, knock him to the ground, make him think a little bit, hopefully knock him off his game, especially in a game of this magnitude, this tight in the 4th quarter, you got to feel pretty good as a defense.
Now the Giants will use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. They spot it on the midfield stripe, so it is a 60-yard attempt here. And now this ball picked up in the end zone. Remember, this is a live ball. So good field position for the Rams as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
Nothing fancy on 1st down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy. Let him pick up the 1st down.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. They'll look to throw here. They'll set up the screen here to Akers. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there of those guys being able to run from their assignments and finish off that play.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
I think he's taking an awful chance with the football right there. You've got to lead, you've got to protect it, and he's taking chances putting it out there in a little bit of jeopardy.
Especially in a spot like this, 4th quarter, as you said, trying to cling to that advantage.
Yeah, that one probably should have been picked, huh?
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
I think it's safe to say that he's made some questionable decisions out there so far. Forced some throws into tight coverage. He's already been picked off in this game. 4th down now, but he was fortunate on that one not to have another turnover on his ledger.
And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot. And that will keep this a 3-point game. Maybe an important fourth quarter miss as this stays a 3-point game.
Yeah, now overtime is very much in the equation here. Just what you mentioned, a 3-point game. They get a drive, put it through the posts. We could have some free football, couldn't we?
Jones with a handoff to Barkley. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Got a man, that's Colin Johnson. Down the left sideline. Touchdown, Giants. Colin Johnson, 49 yards. And the Giants have taken a fourth quarter lead. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And that will make this a 4-point game.
Rams, 27.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. Pulls it in at the 13. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
The Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. The pressure is on now. They're being shut out here in the second half after a decent first half offensively. And they need their best drive of the game right here. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 23 yards, the final tally.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner. We watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
A give up the middle to Akers. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
Okay, he didn't break that one all the way, but you got to know that he feels like he's right on the verge, and that's probably exactly what he's telling him in the huddle right now.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
The battle in the trenches never more important than right now. This is 3rd and inches. On a huge mistake late, it's intercepted. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. They brought the house that time on a young rookie, maybe a little rattled through the pick.
And you have to be prepared for a lot of pressure as a rookie quarterback because most defensive coordinators are going to test you that way.
see that, the ball's got to get out of your hands quickly, and that means your receivers have to understand they have to break off their routes quickly as well.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now Jones. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
So with your team leading in the 4th quarter, you know you've got to run the football. They know you've got to run the football. Sometimes that means there's nowhere to run the football.
So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. Throwing on 2nd and 14. Jones gets this out to Saquon Barkley. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. And passing yardage-wise, now up over 350 in this game. Pretty nice performance.
Definitely that, which usually means you're putting a lot of pressure on guys trying to cover. If you're a defensive back and they put over 350 yards on you, you've had a long day. The key to everything, if you're doing it without throwing interceptions or turning the ball over.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Jones looking around. He's got his man. That's Hardman. Touchdown! Mecole Hardman. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Giants are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. The extra point by Sly is up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11.
Rams 27. Joey Sly set to kick off.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. Pulls it in at the 13. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21.
At their own 21-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in this second half. Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. Giants going to burn their third and final timeout, and they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. Buried behind the line by Azeez Ojulari. Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in one game.
Yeah, and that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game because no one can stand up to this week after week.
They'll set up a throw. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
And now the focus is really clear. They need to get that first down and either get out of bounds or maybe use one of those timeouts.
79 Broncos.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And that's into the hands of Gesicki. And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25. Now whistles and a flag down. I think one of the Rams linemen might have moved. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Giants are close to finishing off this football game. That one looks like he'll throw here. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
But one thing we certainly know, he likes to take those risks deep downfield during games, coverage or not. The coverage was there on that one. No catch, but he's also fortunate. No turnover either.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Jones. And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants. Mecole Hardman with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Giants tack on another score as they have dominated this 4th quarter. Well, this, of course, set up by the stop a moment ago on 4th down. And now that might be the score that puts this one officially out of reach.
And it's a tough one because your hands are tied when you're losing in the 4th quarter because you know you've got to make something happen. They couldn't pick up the first down, and after that, the air just went right out of the balloon, and you knew you were looking at a defeated team.
And they're out of timeouts, remember, so this is going to have to be a delay. Sly on for the extra point. And the lead is up to 18 now.
Makes the score Giants 45, Rams 27. Joey Sly set to kick off.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. This will be fielded inside the 5. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
The Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace. He's got a man, complete. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Tyreek Hill, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Rams have got it back to a 2-score game here in the fourth. He put quite a bit of air underneath that touchdown pass. Of course, we knew that he had the strong arm.
That part was easy. You can see that throughout his college career. But what you want to know about a rookie is when the pressure's on, can you throw with touch? He just did right there. And, boy, it was pretty.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that'll make this now an 11-point deficit. And this will be recovered by the Giants. And that ought to just about do it. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. Running left, it's Barkley. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. So now with 6 seconds remaining, we get a timeout on the field. And they're out of timeouts, remember, so this is going to have to be a delay. So it looks like somebody may have forgotten the snap count, and a 5-yard penalty ensues. And maybe they were coming with a blitz that time, and it caused a jump.
I think if we saw it, you know that they saw it. Might have been a little discussion down there. Bad guys coming. Pick them up. Pick them up. And someone jumped.
And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Oh, he's going to look downfield for Barkley. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. It's Devin White, the linebacker. And the Rams come up with a late turnover. But it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. Well, this was a fun one today if you like points. A lot of them went on the board. Both offenses were clicking. Charles, these defenses, meanwhile, have a little something to clean up before their next contest.